Okay. So we continue.
Yeah,
it's not that we don't need to play that we are in another people in different time.
No,
We'll continue. Yes.
So everything we have. How long is the born again process?
It's exactly same with no mind. Is 7 days, 2 hours a day.
Okay.
And the first hour we enter into our childhood. We can talk about it, and then the second hour again we enter in the space of silence that is already there. Yes, OSHO Born Again is created by a contemporary Indian mystic Osho, that he was very pioneer, and actually my way of how I feel also it was really that he gave us an upgrade to meditation that we deserve after thousands of years. It's really the one that he brought the wisdom of the East and the information and the science of the West together. And so he really, what he did, it is not practice for people that they lived 2,000 years ago in Himalayas, but for people that they live in our time in the marketplace, in the busy cities that we are. OSHO Born Again, it really, when I do OSHO No Mind, is the one that I love the most. When I do OSHO Born Again, is the one that I love the most. But OSHO Born Again, for me, is the most advanced of the all meditative therapies, because in all the other meditative therapies it's very clear the structure in what I'm doing. For example, in No Mind, I have 1 hour gibberish, 1 hour silence. It's very clear. In Mystic Rose, I know that I have 1 week of 3 hours of laughter, 1 week of 3 hours of tears, 1 week of 3 hours of silence. Very clear. In Born Again, I enter in my childhood, and what does it mean? I mean, it's such a huge space, such a vast space, that everything is possible. I can do gibberish, I can cry, I can laugh, I can be silent, I can play with everybody, I can play with myself. And actually, no matter what is happening, in Born Again is really to experience it of the position of the child. Like this process is really made to rediscover the vitality and the innocence of a child without touching any psychological issue. Like it's part of the OSHO Meditative Therapies. They are energetic process designed to bypassing the conscious, rational, analytical mind. So we have a direct experience of who we are, of ourselves. So Born Again is one that it looks, if you see it, the most silly or the most easy, but actually for me is the most liberated, and also is the one that I really discover what does it mean meditation. That was the first time in my life during the Born Again, in the first time that I participate, that I discovered what is meditation, then the difference from meditation to the action to meditate, like because I can be a very good soldier in my life. Like really, and I do everything like a commando, and this was like for all my years, and also all the many years in meditation that I was doing, I was feeling that what I do is the most important thing. So no, it was really mostly nourishing my ego together time that I was trying to meditate. So the Born Again it coming, it is really is a kick in the ass of seriousness. Like really, it's taking out all the ideas around meditation, all this importance that is not that is not important, but I discovered that if I call something important, it's like immediately I put it somewhere far away. So I have the information that I need to try to get it or to reach it, but actually meditation is my birthright. Like it's when I stop, it's here. So it's not really something that I need to do. It's things that I need to stop doing it, so to discover. So Born Again, it really comes to it, is based in all process that we have from Osho and many other spiritual masters and teachers, that they say that actually one of the basic tools on meditation is the innocence. That I go into meditation with my innocence, with the innocence that I have as a child. So we have the first childhood that is a bit unconscious because it's given to us. It's changing very fast from the society, from our parents, from our teachers, from everything. And in each spiritual path is the process that actually we need again to reconnect and regain this innocence. And this is what we call the second childhood. So this process is really about it. With this simplest way of 1 hour doing whatever you always wanted to do as a child, not going back in the childhood that you already had, because maybe it was not an easy childhood, but it's never late to have a happy childhood, just right now. So the born again is, I go into my childhood, but my childhood is happening now. It's not happening 49, 47 years ago. So it's here and here and here, discovering all these qualities of a child. That the children are not only energetic and playful and happy and curious, but are also helpless and sad and like independent. And so really to make this journey of these 7 days, because actually in all these processes you have no idea what is coming next. Like really you start and you have no idea what is next moment, what is going to happen. So it's a journey. That's why it's important the 7 days of this process. Like we don't do it for 6 days, we don't do it for 8 days. It's really a circle that is happening there. I guess I answer. Yes, okay.
Very nice, very nice. There is also a training for the Born Again. Can you tell us?
You have done the process. You say, how can be a training about it? But really, yeah, it's a training. It's very similar to OSHO No Mind training, that is experiential training. So the people that they come in the training, they bring the experience of each morning. They share the way that they experience themselves during this first or also second hour. And again, we find a way to create totality there. Like really the way to be able to jump, to dive in this energy of a child, to be childlike without being childish also. Because this is a trap that can happen very easily in this process. That you can go easily childish, but not really childlike. So in the training again is about a remembrance to keep this process, the dignity and the purity of the process is created by a mystic. We don't need to add anything on it, like it's already perfect by itself. It's tried from millions of people around the world. So again, in this training is the way to bring totality in my life, to bring totality in my participation, to bring totality in my facilitating, and also get skilled and the tools how to share this process around the world. Is another work that I really love to share. Why I love it so much, and it's really, I get excited. You know, in OSHO No Mind I discover this, like the limits of my mind. I discover how I can be liberated or have a look beyond my thoughts. In Born Again it came all the quality of it. Like really not only as a commando how to go through the mind, but really how I can rest in this simplicity of being in the moment. Not being in the moment forever, but these moments that I'm able to do it. You know, in Born Again I experienced first time, I had one of the most liberating experiences in my life with a toilet paper. And this I will never forget this. So I never see the toilet paper the same again. So it's incredible. Like, and this is also by seeing through the eyes of a child how each detail that exists in the nature or somewhere that as adults we don't put any attention can be an amazing way of playing or discovering or remembrance or even a toilet paper.
Yes.
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 So it was a freedom process for me. Yeah.
Thank you, Kaifi.
Thank you guys.